Okay, so it is now recording. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Uncensored Podcast. This is my first online podcast due to the isolation. I've got my very special guest today, Margaret Wozniak. Margaret, how you going today?
I'm going all right. So, yeah.
We have had a bit of a talk before starting to record just to clear things up. Funny story, Margaret and I have only met once. Normally all my guests I've known for at least a couple of months, but Margaret and I met at a friend's party and
Yeah.
doing this. So this is actually, I think, the first time we've spoken since then.
Yes. Other than over text, but yes.
Exactly. So if it is a bit awkward, I do apologize, but I wanted to do my first online one and I wanted to get someone else who is on the internet, and I stumbled across Margaret's YouTube channel. So Margaret Wozniak is a singer. So
yes, I am.
Margaret is a what I refer to as an indie singer, not an Indian singer, an indie singer. I have to clear that up. Every time I say that, people think I mean Indian. I don't. What I mean by that is singers who don't have massive company backings. Now, you have done studio songs before.
I have.
But you also do quite a lot of originals on your own keyboard and piano.
Yeah.
So stupid with music. Can you talk us through that and what it's like to record your own music by yourself without a massive studio backing? What's that like?
It's kind of difficult because you see all these people with like those $2,000 studios and they're like always pumping out like new music and stuff. But for me, I think I just do it like I write songs when I want to and how I want to, like by myself, like with like it's kind of my own mind, if you know what I mean. Like I hear all these stories of people having like 10 people like writing the same song, and I'm like, I don't think I could do that because it's like I'm stuck in my own world when I'm writing. So I think it's interesting.
So because it's all you. Everything you do is all you. You do your own music backings, you do your own lyrics. So and you can do it all in isolation, which is even better.
I only recently learned how to do studio because I recorded those 2 studios with this producer from 40 Productions called Jared. And so I think it was a really cool experience to see all that. But I think I preferred that experience over like a $2,000 like studio that's like always trying to like get like the most poppy thing rather than like something that's
you'd rather the experience and have a bit more control over it rather than a massive studio over and over again. And speaking of your recently, when I first discovered the YouTube channel, it was after the party, and I've just gone through and friended absolutely everyone there because they were all great. Every time I go to a friend's account that has a YouTube link, I always click it. Normally it leads to stuff, good things. Some people it doesn't. It really, really doesn't sometimes. But when I clicked on yours, it revealed this singing channel where the last song you did was a cover of a Taylor Swift song from about 3 months ago. I don't know the name of it. But
I think it was Lover, I think.
Yeah. And then since then, you've released 2 of your own original ones. Masquerade and Liar Liar, Pants on Fire, which I'll be honest, I loved Liar Liar. I'm not even just saying it because you're here. I really did enjoy that song.
I'm so glad that you liked it.
I don't know what it was, but I really did enjoy it. Can you talk us through writing those 2 songs? Because those are the ones that I've heard. What was it like writing those songs?
Wow. So I'm going to start with Masquerade. So Masquerade, I wrote it like in like November maybe. And it was like, I like to incorporate, because I love reading. I like to incorporate like books and like cool kind of concepts. And I like the thing of masquerade a lot. And I like to play around with those ideas. And then I was like, I thought of like, you know, like those medieval times where people have like daggers and like swords and stuff like that. So I took experiences from my own life, and then I took experiences from books that I've read, like cool little elements, and then I put it into one thing.
Yeah.
And then with Liar Liar, Pants on Fire, I thought of this thing because I was kind of like mad at someone. So I was like, I think you're a liar because I don't like people that are liars. So
okay.
I was like, you're a liar and your pants are on fire. And I had that concept for like 3 months. And then originally it was going to be like a really like slow song, like, you know, liar, liar, pants on fire. But then like I like played around with the chords more, and I was like, I want to make this like an upbeat, like kind of quirky song. So then I wrote, and then I wrote the chorus the night, and then the next day I wrote the rest of the song. And I was like, I like the concept of like Liar Liar Pants on Fire, like, you know, those childhood games, like Never Have I Ever, or like Truth or Dare, or like Tag You're It. And I thought that was kind of interesting to put it into one thing. And then I put it into, like, I searched up childhood games, and then I put those childhood games, and I put like little like things that you would say, and then I made it into a song. So it's
awesome. And now just going through it, you also did My Wicked King at the Compass Pizza. What is that?
So there's a book. Okay, so there's a book called The Wicked King. And it's by Holly Black, and I'm in love with all the characters. I love the world. It's a 3-book series. I really love it. I love reading. So and and so I wrote My Wicked King because as I said, I get inspired by real life. So I found like similarities from my real life, and I found similarities in the book, and I was like, well, I'm going to write about that because I was really upset. I was like, this isn't fair. So then I wrote kind of exactly what I was feeling. That was like one of the first songs that I kind of incorporated like a fairy tale, like mystical vibe to, like really, really incorporated it. But
and scrolling back, which because I've got my phone set up here just to with any more notes I had found. I'm just scrolling back through the history of Margaret on YouTube.
Oh my god.
There's nothing bad. There's nothing bad. I haven't even gone back this far yet myself.
Oh my god.
But I did have a question. You did a cover of Lover by Taylor Swift 5 months ago. And then what happened between then and when you released My Wicked King, which was your next upload?
I think I had to recover, like, I think it was from the year. I just had to like recover from like all the things that happened. And like in that process, like for me, healing is like writing songs because it makes me feel a lot better, like journaling or like getting your feelings out. So I think that's what happened between the 5 months of like not uploading. So and then I finally like had a lot of songs that I wanted to upload and that I wanted to like share. So
And how many other songs have you currently written that you are preparing to share?
Preparing to share? I'm going to look at my phone. So I write, half of them are like written on paper and half of them are written on my phone.
Yeah.
Oh my God, my phone's lagging. So like currently that I have on my phone is like 76 songs.
Wow. Okay. That's a lot.
Yeah. And that's just on my phone. I probably have like over 150 songs that I've written in the past like 3-4 years. So it just depends on like how I'm feeling and which one I want to share with the specific moment.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So how many of them are you actually going to be uploading? Are you going to be planning to upload all of them? Or and how are you going to be going about that? If I go back here in the last week, you've put 2 out, actually 3 out in the last week and a half. How are you going to, do you have like a set day that you upload certain music, or you just do it whenever you feel like it?
I mainly do it whenever I feel like it, because I don't know, I feel like with songwriting, it's kind of, you can't like specifically have like a, like for me at least, it's like, yeah, like a specific date.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, of course. And that makes sense, because
Yeah.
you've got
Yeah.
150. Like,
Mm.
that's a lot. And
Yeah, it's a lot of songs. I'm still writing, so it's,
yeah.
yeah.
That's a lot. I'm
Yeah.
pretty lucky to have that many videos recorded, Jesus. But to have that many songs that you've written and you've thought about and you've put time and effort into, that you can
Mm.
then decide at any moment to put them up. That's amazing to have that many
Mm.
different ideas. And I'm guessing they're based on real life situations as well as your book reading, which I kind of gather.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. They're inspired by real life situations. So, like, I know like a lot of my topics are about like love or like heartbreak, you know what I mean? But
Are you trying to become the
I
next
also
Taylor Swift or something?
no, I just think it's really, I fall really easily, so I guess it's just really easy to write about it. But I also write about anxiety, and like I wrote about like some stuff
Yeah.
about the corona and stuff like that.
You talk about what's relevant at the current moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just a lot of the time happens to be about
Yeah, exactly. And that's fair.
yeah,
Yeah.
I guess so.
Yeah. With your writing, your songwriting, and the 150, which I'm still trying to wrap my head around, what are your future plans for singing? Are you planning on doing that as a full-blown career pop star, make your big name? Or
Yeah.
more a current day hobby that you want to develop in the future? What's your current like aspirations for what you want to do with singing and songwriting?
I want to like, you know, like world domination. Which I think is, yeah. I just think that like one day that if I like look into a crowd and I have like 10, 15,000 people singing back my lyrics to me, I think, or like headlining a place, I think that's the moment that you like realize that that would be like, I've made it. Like
Yeah.
that's, I think my kind of like my dream to do and what I want to do with my life.
That's what you want. That's what you want, your name
Yeah.
out there, that people can sing
Yeah.
back the lyrics that you've written.
Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So that's amazing. To have
Yeah.
that goal
Thanks.
already set, that's phenomenal. And the 150 songs could probably help with that.
Yeah, they probably could. Usually albums have like 15 songs and I'm like, which one would I choose? I have no idea, because it's like there's so many
So here's
and
the
it's,
thing.
I have no idea which one to
If
choose.
you were to use all 150 and do 15 songs per album, that's 10 albums.
It is.
That's right there. That's 10 albums. If you were to write and if you were to produce all 15 and put them in albums, that is 10.
Damn. I didn't realize.
That's a lot.
Wow.
You
Yeah.
you can have a lot of current day singers who don't even have that many albums out yet. The fact is,
Yeah.
you've actually written that many songs already is
Mm.
huge.
Yeah.
Yeah. So with your music writing, when did you start writing music? When did you start really getting interested in that sort of thing?
I was always interested in music because I like, my mom went to music school like in Poland, and I've been playing piano since I was 2. So I've been doing like classical piano. So I think it was just a matter of time before I became interested in writing. Because I used to sing like opera in musical theater. Those are the days. And I like used to write little piano pieces when I was like 8 or 9, but then like I wrote like my first song when I was like 10 or 11 that I like actually have, and like the second song that I wrote was on my YouTube channel. It was West Side Love. That was like the second song that I've ever written. So it was, yeah.
And how far back is that? Well, I don't think I've heard that one, West Side Love. How far back is that?
It's 2016.
Yes, that's
15
back.
probably. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, then I'm going to try and look for that, because
Yeah.
that looks, have you ever thought with your singing and with your singing talent and the amount of songs that you've written, have you ever tried out for The Voice, Australia's Got Talent, X Factor, that sort of thing? Or is that something you want to try in the future?
I have done stuff like that. I don't know what I'm supposed to say. But I have tried out a lot of things, but I feel like a lot of people see they see like on The Voice, like there's like 100 people that go through the blind auditions, but they don't see the 50,000 that auditioned prior to that.
Yeah.
So I have tried out, but
Wow.
I'm not sure if I would I'm not sure if I would do it in the future, because to me, I feel like it's a lot about the story of, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Rather than about the art itself, and I'd rather be seen as an artist than as
yeah,
a story.
Fair enough.
So I think that's my look on it now, but I have tried out for a lot of them.
Wow.
And
that's awesome that you've actually tried out for them.
Yeah.
How long ago was that? If you can say, how long ago?
If I can say.
Yeah.
When I was younger, I auditioned for The Voice Kids. I was like 8 or 9.
Wow.
I got pretty far in that. I don't know how far I can say, but and I tried out for like Got Talent and like a lot of other things. Like in recent years, like last year or the year before. But it's just, again, it's whether or not you have like a story to tell.
Yeah.
And though I do believe that I have a story, I don't think it's what they're looking for. I'm not sure if I'm a kind of like a TV show person.
You'd rather be known for the songs that you write, not for appearing on a show.
Yeah, I guess so. But I also think that it's also good to like go on shows, because you can get exposure from that. But I don't know if anymore I would. So yeah.
Well, that's amazing to be able to do that, especially as you said you were 8 when you went on the for The Voice Kids. That's amazing.
Yeah, it was crazy. Oh my god.
That would have been crazy. That to be that young but be able to go on to The Voice Kids and feel comfortable doing it, that's amazing.
There was like this place, so you went to like this place that had like 50 like thousands of kids, and it was like all around Australia that they had like this specific like couple dates.
Yeah.
And like you would go somewhere and you would sing, and then you would go to another place, and like depending on like these different stages, they would like either kick you out or keep you with them.
Yeah.
And yeah, there was a lot of people there. I actually met a couple people that I met at the PAU choir. Like I don't know. Yeah, so I met people from my choir that I went to there. Like I didn't even know them, and then I was like, oh, I saw them at choir for the first time, and I was like, oh, hi, I remember you. So that was interesting.
Awesome. Now you have mentioned that your mum went to Poland, wasn't, and did music there.
No, yeah. Well, she was born and raised in Poland, and so was my dad. So she did music school until like grade 8.
Oh wow! Okay.
Yeah.
And then has moved.
So yeah.
And then has moved here, or is?
She did high school, and then she went to do uni in Australia. So.
Wow. So would you class that as being a sort of a role model for your music and the way you write your music and the way you present it?
Yeah, I give a lot of like credit, because I don't think if my mom didn't go or like teach me how to play piano or anything, I don't think I would be doing what I'm doing now, which is kind of crazy to me, because I couldn't imagine a life without it. But yeah, 100%.
Exactly. Now, this is a bit more of a personal kind of question with your idols.
Ooh. My idols. Ooh.
Who are your idols? Who do you idolize? Who do you follow music of? Who do you base your music around? Who's basically helped you? Who do you idolize with your music?
Damn. I feel like it's interesting because I don't, like I try not to idolize anyone specifically because I'm like, I don't want to like, you know, because I still try to look at people as like people because I've met people that are higher in the music industry and that have been in places I'm not going to mention, but yeah. And I think as long as you look at them as like people, it's all right. But like people that I like follow and like support their music, I don't think it's I probably would say like one of the first people that was like in pop music that I followed was probably Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
And Selena Gomez. Those were the two people that I like really followed and like since I was like 9 or 10 because I was into musical and like opera before and like that's also a big part because that's also another reason why I started songwriting because I was like I want to tell my stories too. So and then people that sound nothing like my music, I'd probably go with My Chemical Romance, Panic at the Disco, 21 Pilots, 5 Seconds of Summer. I love like the bands. Yeah.
Sorry. It's very good to see that the different sides of music. A lot of my friends, and me included, have very different opinions on music, and it's very awesome to hear from a songwriter what her type of music she enjoys and she listens to and it off.
I love all music, to be honest. If it's got like good lyrics, good music, I don't really care what genre it is. If it's a good song, I'm going to listen to it.
Exactly. So you don't have like a set in stone thing you like to follow.
No.
You're very, very open to music in general.
Yeah.
Now, we've talked about music because that's basically the thing I know most about you.
Yeah.
That's basically it, really. Is there, other than your excessive amount of reading kind of gathered from Instagram stories, what else do you enjoy doing other than your music, songwriting, and reading?
Other than reading? Oh my goodness. I like learning about psychology. I really like psychology. I love language, like the subjects that I'm doing in school. I'm doing French and I'm doing psychology. I love what else do I do in my life? I like making like pancakes and food and stuff because I just like eating the food in the end. I don't really share it.
Yeah, fair enough.
And sleeping.
And sleeping. That's a very common thing for teenagers.
Yes.
I just must not be a normal teenager then because I don't like sleeping.
Yeah. What?
I get so much more stuff done if I didn't have to sleep.
I mean, I would too, but I like sleeping.
Bearing in mind, I'm 6'6" on a bed that I now have to sleep diagonal on that have metal poles in them, so I keep kicking them all night. So, you know, very hard.
Oh, God. No, mine's like a king single, and like I have trouble sleeping on that because I'm tall too. So, yeah.
You're tall? Really?
Well, not compared to you, but like I'm tallish for a female species, I think.
I'm sorry, I had to do it. It was right.
I know.
I saw the opportunity.
Take it.
So, is there anything else that while you've got sort of this exposure, I don't have the massive following that I'm aiming for in the future, do you have anything that you want to talk about while you have this sort of exposure? Anything else that hasn't been mentioned? Any future songs that are coming out and when? You know, the usual stuff.
I currently am working on so I learned how to start producing stuff on Logic Pro. So, and other studio apps anyway. And I'm working on a couple songs at the moment, but I'm working on producing them with backing track. So I can't give you any dates, but
yeah. Got to learn a whole new process before you can actually finalize anything.
Yeah.
So what's made you decide to try and use producing to produce your own music like that instead of going and doing like you did with the topic of doing your own 2 studio songs?
Well, I also think it's like very expensive to do.
Yeah.
Like it's very expensive to do that. So I think that in the long run, if I learn how to produce my own music and release it, because I write so many songs and I want to like do like, and every time I hear it, I just hear like backing tracks and I hear drums and I hear all of that when I'm writing the song too.
Yeah.
If I am able to do it myself and do it like I know what to do, I know how to like put backing track, I know how to do all these vocals and stuff, and I think that'll help me in the long run so I can get more music out rather than just doing it piano. So yeah, that's why I learned.
Yeah.
So, and I'm still learning. Oh my gosh, yes, I'm still learning a lot.
Yeah, and that's good because you're now using different materials to learn how to write your own songs and then do all this sort of stuff by yourself. Now, with the realization that you've got 150 songs that you can record, how, are you expecting or are you interested in actually creating your own albums with your own music? Has that been an interest that popped up at all? Yeah.
Yes, I think about album titles and I have an album concept. I already know how I want to like dress for the album. I know how I want like this to be. I have like an idea of like an album that's like a couple parts, so I can put a lot of songs, but it's still individual, and it kind of it's like kind of like a book. So it's like got the beginning, the middle, the end, and but then like another after end. So like I already have that kind of idea. So I'm always thinking of everything.
Awesome. Well, that's awesome to hear. That you've started thinking about this.
Yeah.
Still, I can't wrap my head around the 150. Like
I just write all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about it, in like 4 years, and like it's over 150. I like saying 150 if I'm being kind. That's like 150 songs that I've actually like finished, have all the lyrics, have all the like the music for, not studio, but just piano. But if I'm like gonna go for like songs that I've written in the past like 4 years, like I've written like a song like every day. It just depends on if I ever sing them again.
Well, to have that many songs and to have that ability to keep writing them, so 10 years down the line when you're headlining shows, and then to think that you have that estimated 150 already written, to then be going and doing more life experiences to then get more songs that you can write.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, that's a lot.
That's a lot of songs.
That is a lot of songs, and that's huge. To have that many ideas and have that ability to just keep writing. I wish I had that. I struggle to write a 4-page essay.
I struggle to keep it under like 3 pages. I had an English sack and I just wrote 9 pages.
Oh, keep flexing. Keep flexing.
I don't know if I passed. So I don't. I probably shouldn't.
Well, you've given that teacher to read You've given that teacher something to read in the isolation. Good on you.
Yeah, exactly.
9 pages. So, Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I think 5 pages is rough, but 9.
Yeah. I've got a book that I have to read, like for like the like because it's like in a series and it's 961 pages, and I'm kind of scared to read it because it's so many pages.
Well, what else are you gonna do?
In isolation at the moment, there's not much to do, so probably I will read that whole series.
Yeah. Well, it's actually just occurred to me, just hit me now. Happy belated birthday.
Oh my God, yeah.
It's actually just hit me because I was thinking, as you were talking about like the whole self-isolation thing, I remembered back to salty 16th.
Yeah, my salty 16th. I like sent out invitations. I was gonna have like a couple people there, just like to chill and like play Cards Against Humanity and like eat food. but they were like, it was like 2 or 3 nights before, and it was like, you can't have 10 people outside. You can't have like under like 5 people inside. And I was like, well, that's gonna go well. So what I'm gonna do is I'm probably gonna have like a party after. So it's gonna be celebrating like everyone being safe and well, but also like my birthday, even if it's like in January next year.
Yeah, exactly. So
or like
it's still
December. Just
It's still
Yeah.
there, but it's also to celebrate the fact that we can actually do it again.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
My birthday's in 2 weeks. I'm 17 in 2 weeks.
Oh, wait, really?
Yeah,
oh my God, how old are you turning?
17.
Oh my God.
I'm 17 in 2 weeks, and my original plan was to book out a football ground, one of the football grounds in Greensboro, and I was gonna have people after people after people.
Damn.
It doesn't matter that my mum decided that I couldn't have one this year because I'm 18 next year, but I had this massive plan and stuff going down.
Oh my
and then
God.
even when that fell through, I was just gonna have, like, as you said, like a handful of people here in my place.
Yeah.
And even that couldn't happen. So
yeah.
yeah, so it sucks. It really does. But
Sucks.
you've got plenty of stuff to keep you busy. You've got massive amounts of books.
I've got 46 books to read. It's fine.
Okay, yeah, you're fine.
Yes, and schoolwork. Oh my God.
That part's eluded me. I got most of that done before we went in isolation.
We have like holiday homework.
I kind of did that before holidays became a thing.
What?
Yeah. I got bored during the last week because a lot of the teachers left. They weren't having it, and the week before we shut, I'm thinking about 3 of my 6 teachers were gone. So during that, I could do the holiday homework for that subject as well as for other subjects.
All right.
And because I'm the socially awkward person, then I don't have many friends because all year 11 boys are dickheads. I would have plenty of time.
I agree.
Just have time to focus on my work. And I was able to just fly. And I've now got my friends messaging me complaining that, oh, it's too hard. I'm fine.
Yeah. I just was like, because we had like holiday homework for like the 6-week holiday, and I like did it like gradually, and I'm doing that too. Like my friends are like, I'm gonna do it on the last day, and I'm like, you shouldn't do that. Right. I'm doing it throughout this like last week just so I can like balance everything out.
Exactly.
Because I needed a break.
You're not putting too much pressure on yourself.
Yeah.
And what is we're drifting off the singing topic, which I'm kind of glad to get your opinion on different things as well.
Yeah.
The whole school lockdowns. What was your opinion with that?
School lockdowns. I thought it was necessary because I thought it was ridiculous that people couldn't go outside.
Yeah.
And they were still told to go to school in a school of like 1,000 kids, which is how many people are in my school. I thought it was ridiculous.
Your school's a bit more in trouble than mine. Mine's got close to just under 600. Yeah. Where yours, I've been to your school, it's packed to the rafters with 1,000.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. So many year 7s.
Yeah. Wasn't there at one stage like 8 year 7 classes? 8 or 9 year 7?
Yeah, I think it was like not last year, but I think it was the year before. And then they had to zone it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a lot of students.
It is. It's very chaotic.
It would be. It wouldn't be leading to any quiet spaces because you'd be...
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have like a school oval because like since there's so many buildings, like there's this Willinda Park somewhere and they've got an oval like around there. So we literally just walk there and me and my like 2 best friends, we just sit there and talk.
That was
because we don't like being like in the crowds.
That was where I was going to put my 17th, Willinda Park.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah. Because I got Adventurers just on that hill.
Like, yeah.
Yeah. So I was going to put it there because it's huge. And
yeah.
I didn't even realize. I remember I was booking that oval for a Ventura event that I was working on. And I picked up the Google Map image to make like a scavenger hunt. and I saw the back end of Montmorency in the corner, and I'm like,
yeah,
it's close.
Yeah, it's like right there, and we just walk there, and we just like, all right.
It's very chill about you just leaving school just to go chill in another oval.
Yeah, well, I think they have teachers there that like look after us, so yeah, and we also can go on our phones there, kind of.
Yeah, because it's not school grounds. See, that was.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, see, my classmates got really annoyed. We had a athletics day before school closures. It was only a week and a half before school closures.
Yeah.
And imagine all 600 kids at a football ground just doing athletics. It's cramped.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, "Oh, we're just going to use our phones. We're off school campus.
Yeah. Why not?
No.
Wait, really?
Teachers cracked down on it.
Oh my god. But you're not even in school, so...
Exactly. But no, the teachers just full on said no.
What are they supposed to do? Watch people run? I don't go to athletics or swimming carnival.
Participate is what they were trying to do.
To get 600 kids to participate in that's not going to happen. There are people like me who do not do sport out there.
Literally, I'm counting maybe 70 kids who participated in the day. The other 500 actually just sat. Yeah. And myself, I was going to partake. I'm trying to get more into the active side while basketball's off, but I had basketball training the night before, and I did some damage to my calf, so I couldn't.
Oh.
So I recorded podcasts the entire day.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't go to athletics or swimming carnival. Hell no. I'm not like athletic, or I don't swim also.
Yeah.
No.
And I like that they call it compulsory at our school that you have to go to these, but people just don't.
You have to.
Yeah.
There's like half the kids don't even go unless you're in year 12 and you like do like a cool outfit, but other than that you don't really go.
Yeah, year 12s always take it very, very far.
Yes.
Yeah, we had Vladimir Putin and Donald Trump this year.
Oh my god.
They were close friends who decided to get onto a punch-on to make it look real.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That sounds kind of chaotic and fun at the same time, to be honest.
It was. Bearing in mind, the whole time, I'm recording a podcast in a room, and smash, in the recording you can hear a glass window break from a kid going through it.
Oh my god, like actually?
I got the entire audio of the thing on, because they were screaming that loudly to make it look real, like real anger between them, even though they were joking.
Oh my god.
They went through a window.
They just went through a window. That's very normal. Yeah.
Exactly. And it was towards the back too, so they did it where the teachers weren't.
Oh, well, yeah.
And they just had their friends around, and it was one of the back windows at the place. Yeah. Great fun.
Oh my gosh.
So,
that sounds
that's my high school.
Well.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna wrap things up here. All
right.
Thank you very much to Margaret for joining me today on the first.
Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, it's been a pleasure. When you record your first album, please do let me know, because
I will
to get onto this podcast and present it live. If you feel comfortable with doing so.
Yes. Oh my god.
Well, thank you very much for joining me. I'm going to end the recording. If you could stay back for 2 minutes just to have a quick chat.
Sure.
To go over it. Perfect. Thank you very much for joining, guys, for watching. I will talk to you in the next one.